views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of Bronxnet or the program underwriters.
And good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? We welcome you to Open, the show that brings the Bronx and the world to you, and we've got you covered like a blanket. I'm your host, Doc Bob Lee, and we've got a great, fantastic show lined up for you today. In fact, coming up on today's show, we have Earth Day, and it's coming up, and we'll take a look at an event in Co-op City with a goal to protect the planet and, of course, different species that they're working with. We'll let you know more about that. Plus, we'll preview an upcoming festival featuring different plays exploring the human psyche. Hey. After that, we'll check out an event featuring culture, music, special guests, and more. And then, my man Bobby C has the latest in headlines of the world of sports. And then later on, singer and actress Nikki Owens. She's going to be performing. We saw her a little while ago. She was like exercising that voice, that instrument right here. So we'll let you know more. All this and more headed your way. Stay tuned. We are now open. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Doc Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. You're watching Open, the live interactive program that brings the Bronx and the world to you. We've got you. We bring it straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at Bronxnet TV. Leading things off on April the 20th, Rivers Run Community Garden, the River Bay Fund at Co-op City. They got the Co-op City Little League. Have you ever been there? You've been there.
I've been there.
Oh, yeah. Earth Day, they're going to be celebrating that. They got a parade. They got a whole big thing there with the Easter egg hunt. It's going to be right there in the Bronx in Co-op City. We welcome Vivian Burrus to the show. Vivian, I always drive by and I see you guys planting. I see you playing in the field there, playing baseball, softball, whatever it is. But you got a lot going on in that corner over there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Co-op City is a very busy place.
Yeah.
So it's good that you came out and visited us.
Oh, yeah, I always come by. I see you guys. I see you working. Got the sleeves rolled up, and you're good to go.
Just like I am today.
There you go, see? We always say, come as you are. We're open.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So tell us, you're going to be celebrating Earth Day.
Yes, we are. This is going to be the third year that we are partnering with the Co-op City Little League. We're opening both of our seasons on Earth Day. Perfect time.
Yes.
We're going to be opening our gates. They're going to be opening their gates to the public. And we hope everyone will come out, come to the Little League, see the games that they're going to play. And then at our garden, we hope they'll come, tour our space. And we have activities planned for everyone. So you can not only just come see the plants, but come do a little arts and crafts with us, a little garden bingo, have a lot of fun.
And plants are just beginning to peek out right about now.
Our beautiful daffodils that were planted by the public schools in our area have now popped up. So if you come, there will be some pretty sights to see.
All right. You've been working on this for a while, and of course, Co-op City is celebrating how many years now?
50 years. This
Whoa.
is the 50th anniversary of Co-op City.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you guys going to do over there?
Oh, well, as far as the Co-op City history and the anniversary, there have been events since last year. So if you check with the Co-op City Times, you can find out all the events that they have going on for that. There will be other events throughout the summer.
How important is this? What are kids learning as far as planting and taking care of the earth and recycling and things of that nature?
The most important thing is people have lost the idea of the connection to the earth. So when kids come out, they get to see where things that they may be familiar with, but maybe didn't realize came from plants. I can tell you for myself, I've been involved with the garden for 5 years. There were many things that I didn't realize came directly from plants. I mean, even things as simple as a sunflower seed, which I only remember from those packets in the bodega, to see it come out of the seed head, of a flower head at the end of the season, most wonderful thing in the world. But of course, they also realize being out in nature, the time it takes to grow things, the effort it takes to grow things, and the connection that we have both to the soil, to the plants, and you mentioned earlier, to the animals in the area.
Yeah, and you know what? Oh, you have a green thumb too. Whoa, wow. She has a real green thumb. Whoa. Well, wait a minute. Are you all natural? Are you?
We
vegan?
tried, me personally, not quite. I'm going much more plant-based
you
now,
are.
okay? But as a garden, we do try to do organic gardening. So we compost in our garden. And
Explain it to people that don't
Oh,
know
doing
what
composting.
is.
Oh, what people don't really realize, what we see as soil is actually just decomposted plant matter, rocks and sand from rocks, and even paper can all decompose down. That becomes your soil.
Yeah.
When those plants decompose, they are the nutrients that are in them
Has
can
all
be
the
put back
nutrients and the
into the
minerals,
soil.
yeah,
Exactly.
to get right back into the plants to help that plant turn green and make it grow. and
Exactly.
Make it look
Exactly.
vibrant and stretch out and say, look,
Exactly.
give me some sun.
We can even have people from the community bring food, and we can put that in our compost as well. So, whole cycle.
Oh, I thought you were going to go on another level here. You bring food and picnic and watch the plants grow.
Well, you can do
We
that
can
as
do that
well.
too.
We have an open space in our garden. We have members who have planting beds, but we also have an open space. So we welcome the community to come in, just sit by the river, because we're right on the Hutchinson River, and enjoy our space as a green space.
Yeah.
But if you want to get your hands dirty, you can come do that too. We'll find
Let's
something
go.
for you to do.
Yeah, let's go. Get in there. You got to have a seed. You got to plant something in order to see a harvest.
Yes, yes, you do.
In
Yes, you
life,
do.
too.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So that's a good lesson for youngsters.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's why we cater to the whole community. We want the young people as well as the seniors to come and work with us.
Yeah. Now, you grew up in New York City?
I grew up Bronx, born and bred, and I'm actually I tell people I'm an old and new tenant of Co-op City.
Yeah.
I moved there in '69 with my mother, and then came back with my own family, and we've been there for 20 years. So I know Co-op City from way
Any
back.
family from the South?
Yes, from
Into
Darlington.
planting and everything?
Actually,
Yeah,
yes,
see?
yes. My family is from Darlington, South Carolina. I can remember them having a farm, having chickens and all of that, but still didn't get the connection to those things until I got involved in a community garden.
And everything had a connection. Everything had a
Absolutely.
cycle. You know, if
Absolutely.
you went to get a chicken from your field, the chicken was all natural because you knew what you were feeding to. And the chicken was able to scratch for its stuff. It had omega-3s in it.
Yes.
The hogs had omega-3s in it because they got
yes.
everything from the minerals from the earth.
Yes.
But now,
Well, and don't forget chicken manure, good fertilizer.
that's right.
Yes, everything can be used. And that's the thing that you have to remember with regards. Community gardens, that's the other thing you see, is that everything, it's the cycle of life, okay? Starting from the seed to the plants to when they die, it all features in, it all comes together.
It's a learning experience. too.
Absolutely.
So you got the big Easter egg hunt coming up.
Yes,
Tell
yes.
us about it.
That's sponsored by the River Bay Fund. And the kids are going to be able to come out into the garden. They're going to be able to look for the Easter eggs and win prizes. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be good.
And what's the date on that?
That is April 20th, Saturday, April 20th, 10 a.m. People can come, and we're going to have a parade from the green space stage right down to the
April
garden
20th. Let me
and the
write
Little
that
League
down.
field.
We may surprise you over there.
Oh, please
April
do, please
20th.
do.
Oh, we
Councilman Andy King is going to be our grand
Oh,
marshal.
yeah, all right.
He's always good for a
Big
good
up to
time.
Councilman Andy King.
Yes, Councilman has supported us from the beginning, not only in funding, but he has been a participant in many of our events. And I just want to say, people can come out to our community garden all through the year. We do have concerts, we have art workshops, so we want people to see this as a space, not just for planting, but also a community space where they can come, have fun,
Excellent.
and enjoy.
What's the first thing that pops up, and what's the last thing that leaves?
Well,
as far
again,
as
the first thing
planting
is
and
always
harvesting?
the daffodils. I would say, actually, the last things that we put in the ground at the end of the year, garlic.
Garlic.
Believe it or not, garlic
You can
grows
go into,
over
like,
the
fall?
winter.
It grows through the winter?
That grows. In fact, my garlic is in my bed now. We won't be harvesting it till maybe May
You
or
got
June.
garlic in the bed.
In our planting beds.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. So I would say, yeah, that's probably the last thing we put in at the end of the fall, and we will have that in the
Yeah,
spring.
it's probably very tasty, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And good for you, too. That's the
Absolutely.
old penicillin.
Yes.
Is there a website we can go to?
I believe they have our Facebook page. They're going to put that up on screen for Rivers Run Community Garden. That's where you can reach us.
All right, thank you so much. Give her a big hand, everybody. Vivian Burrus, Rivers Run Community Garden.
Thank you for
We're
having
gonna run
us,
through there.
Bob.
Can we pull some things up out of the ground?
Sure.
During harvest, of course.
Of course, of course, of course.
We're gonna take a quick break right here. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more next. Thank you.
books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Doc Bob Lee. And you know, from April the 19th through the 28th, Frenzy Fest will take place. It's a theater festival dedicated to the human psyche. We'll explain. It's going to take place in El Barrio, in the art space over there. And joining us with all the details in the preview, we have producer Amneris Morales, and I tried to roll that tongue on you, and actor Ivan Goris. We welcome you guys to the show.
Bob. Nice to be here with you.
All the way from Puerto Rico, huh?
Puerto Rico, yes, that's right.
Do you watch 107? Do you watch or do you listen? 107.5 WBLS.
That's awesome. It's awesome. It's a great station.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Bronx. This is open
Thank you.
first time?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. So you have something down at the Barrio, the art space, and you came up with this idea that we needed to have some plays in the area that will help out with the human psyche.
Definitely.
Explain.
Definitely. I think that when we came up with this concept, it was between Amneris, myself, and two other members who are not here today, which is Jesus Papoleto Melendez and Belange Rodriguez. It's very important, at least for us, when we were trying to discuss this. There's a lot of things happening in this country, shootings, suicides, this kind of like taboo that it's not good to talk about how you feel.
Yeah.
And we felt that it was very important that we bring the artistry in so we can show that, because there has to be a voice for mental health.
Yes.
We have to put what we are as artists into our work. And our work as artists is the human condition. So we wanted to bring that in and show the Barrio, which is the first time that the mental health in the theater is being targeted in that area. And we wanted to really show what it's like to be not only a minority, but what it's like to have these voices in your head, or just have a sense of not control. And we all go through that. It's just a human experience. So we wanted to bring that into the Barrio and show that it's okay to be outside of your comfort zone.
Okay,
Yeah.
and get rid of that stigma.
That stigma,
I can't
yeah.
go get help because people are going to think I'm crazy.
Definitely. And that's a big stigma in this country.
Yeah.
Big stigma.
And there are going to be 6 different plays with different issues that can provoke a frenzy episode. You know, the first play is about a journalist from Puerto Rico that is covering the Maria, but at the same time,
Hurricane
he is suffering for a frenzy episode in his own environment, in his own home, because the situation. There is another play that is Papoleto's play, Jesus Papoleto's play. The junkie stole the clock. He's acting in that play, and Belange Rodriguez. And I'm directing that play. There is another condition that they suffer for frenzy episode, but because it was provoked because the drug.
Yeah.
You know, because they are junkies. You can talk about different
So, but
plays.
when you want to provoke a frenzy episode, that's the main goal of the whole thing.
Yeah.
To highlight.
To highlight those moments of frenzy that we're so afraid to show outside of ourselves. Where there's some people that can't even look in the mirror and say, I'm having a problem right now. And I don't know how to deal with it. Whether it's you lost your job, whether it's one of the plays that we have, whether it's a woman that's going to have an abortion and doesn't know how to deal with it. You know, how can she face herself in the mirror or face the world and not be looked at?
These are real life things.
Definitely, definitely.
So we can come and watch some of these plays and get an idea of what people are going through and how to handle
And also we
these
will
real life
have
situations.
Q&A with mental health professionals after each show, because we
Great.
have
Okay.
we have two different shows, 2 different plays every night. And after the show, in the intermission, we are going to have a Q&A.
And so at the end of the show, then you can let people know that, hey, there's some
How to
people in the
deal with
audience
that.
to teach you how to
Yes,
deal
yes,
with it.
and-
If you need help with any of these situations.
So people
Excellent.
don't feel lost. I mean, I think that's one of the things about the human psyche is that we all feel like we're in this little box by ourselves, and we're not. We're connected. You're my brother. You know, like that's how I see it. And we gotta, if I have something that I can help you with and vice versa, why not share it? Why not show it?
Is this the first of reality plays?
This is the first.
The first festival with this.
We have reality TV, but
Yeah.
reality plays
It's very
depicting
few.
real life
Yeah.
stuff that people can get help in right at the play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes the people think that if you go to see a psychologist, it's because you are crazy. No, it's not. You don't have to be. You don't need to have a mental illness to go to the psychotherapist. And like you go to every doctor, your primary doctor every year to see how is your body. So it's good to go to your psychotherapist once per year to see how is your coco.
Your brain. Yeah. Your coco.
Your coco.
The coco's important.
Your coco's important.
To keep
I'm
on
in
your
love
shoulders.
with the coco. But it's always good to have somebody to talk to. But in this case, you're talking to a professional that knows the ropes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hopefully the audience that does come see these shows, they take something away, like either they see themselves or somebody that they know that they could be like, okay, I get it. If they don't understand, I understand now. I get it. You know, it's not about this taboo of secrecy and everything. It's about just sharing that.
And also some of the play present the problem in a funny way. It's a comedy because you don't have to be crying all the time or no.
Like
It's a
definitely.
yes. So some of them are a little bit.
You told me to do this.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna meme it. And I think it's beautiful that we're doing this and that you guys gave us this platform so we could talk about it, because I think that, at least for me in my experience, that's been the toughest thing to really work through, not only as an artist but as a person, to really say, I'm having a situation, I'm going through something, and I don't know how to talk about it with anybody because of the guilting and the shaming, and that's something that we as a country need to get past. It's enough of this, you trying to please me and vice versa stuff. You know, we need to really get down to the basics.
We have an open door policy. We're open here. So you're always welcome to come in and talk about it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we invite you to see the festival. I hope that you have a chance to go.
We would love it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Now, can you explain in Spanish in a few words? I'm going to give you this camera, one of these cameras here.
In Spanish, okay, perfect. Thank you.
got
In
it?
Spanish, I love it.
Un poquito.
Ok, cortitito. Frenzy Fest comienza el 19 de abril, del 19 al 28 de abril en Art Space, el barrio Art Space, eso queda en la 99, entre segunda y tercera, y está dedicado a la salud mental. Cada una de las obras de teatro te van a llevar a verte y a realizar cuál quizás pueda ser un problema que estás pasando tú o tu familia o un amigo o un marido o nada, tu entorno, la comunidad.
Exactos.
Yeah, the community.
Thank you so much. Give her a big hand, everybody. Amneris Morales, producer, Frenzy Fest, and Ivan Goris, actor, Frenzy Fest. We got to come down
And
and
you
see you
can
guys
see
at
more,
work.
other people can see more information in the webpage.
What is that?
It's BIP-NYC.com.
BIP-NYC.com.
And the phone number that you can call to have more information is 212-360-0401.
Now say it in Spanish.
212-360-0401.
It rolls right off. There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank
We're going to
you.
take a quick break, but stay right there. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Here we go now. Here we go now. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the morning show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
I'm only 17, but I know about investing. Believe in something, buy shares in it, watch it grow. So, what if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. I could be one of the first college graduates from my family, the first philanthropist from my neighborhood. And if I'm the first, then maybe there's a second and a third. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant. Behold the angry giant.
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
Welcome back, everybody. Hey, on April the 20th, our next guest will hold a cultural fest featuring music and a variety of guests, including Bronx native Funk Master Flex from Hot 97. We all work together up there. Emmett's Broadcasting, WBLS, Hot 97, WLIB. So he's going to be hanging out with us and joining us with all the details. We have Shakur.
That's right.
How you doing?
I'm
Welcome
doing
to
good.
the show.
Thank you for having me.
I know you was going to have Funk Flex up there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Funk Flex, Bobby Condas.
Oh, yeah.
TT Torres, the whole little
Get
Hot
outta here.
97
Of
crew's
course,
gonna
you're
be
the
there.
founder of the Rebirth Media Group. And,
Right.
of course, we welcome you to the show. Is it the first time on the show?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes,
you
it
let
is.
them know, hey, there's this little show out there in the Bronx that goes worldwide.
I will definitely let them know.
And we're open. So you have this coming up. This is the first?
Yeah, this is our first Culture Fest. We've done little events. Rebirth Multimedia Group is an event company. And we've done a lot of little smaller events throughout the city. And then what we wanted to do was create something really big that we could do like on an annual basis. So Culture Fest was that idea.
Well, you got some good people coming down. You know, Funk Master Flex, we honored him in Red Alert at the Make the Great Awards this past year. The next one is, of course, December 5th. We'll let you know more about it. You're welcome to come. You get some good people. They're coming down. Of course, you got everything that you need there. You got the people, you got the food, you got the music.
Right, and that was our intent. Our intent was to create an experience. We want people to come in, and you know, it's from 6 to 12, so you're going to be there for 6 hours. So we want you to experience the whole time, and not just have to sit in one place or watch a show. So we have artists that came in that are creating a whole vibe.
Yeah.
The whole thing about the Culture Fest is that we wanted to create something that explained the culture of New York City. You know, like New York City has its own culture.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do that with art, with fashion, with music, with food. So we created something that has all of these elements. So when you walk in, it's going to be art all over the place done by New York City artists.
Yeah, and it's things that people love.
Right.
The women always say the best way to a man's heart is through his
food.
stomach.
Yeah.
So you get the food out there.
And we have different foods. We have we have different we have Caribbean food, we have African food, we have Latin food. So you get a choice to see what everybody in New York City really eats.
And what's that date again? You're talking about food, right?
That's definitely April 20th. And
April
it's
20th.
From 6 to 12. We also got video games for the gamers.
You can get out there and play?
Yeah, we got video games. We have the artists are going to be doing a live mural on the spot. We have a bunch of different artists. The whole thing about this was that it was really about creating a platform for up-and-coming artists, and we have a bunch of them, and for the local vendors and businesses, so that they could get exposure on their businesses.
Yeah, and that's a great thing too for up-and-coming artists because they can get a chance to meet some people in the business.
Yes.
That can carry their work on that particular platform.
Yeah, it's definitely a networking opportunity for artists. So even if you're not on the stage, you should be there because there's going to be a lot of artists there. It's going to be media there, and it's this the type of environment that you need to help yourself grow.
Yeah, that's good. So, what made you start this?
Well, I own a lounge/restaurant in Brooklyn, and we do little events there. We just had one Saturday night with Billy Roden, who sings, and before that, and Friday we had like an open mic for the young rappers. So we do little events, but the spot was really small. But in doing those, I've met so many guys, and I wanted to give them a platform that was big enough where people would recognize them. Yeah. And this was it. This was like, let's create a big stage. Let's get a bunch of these guys in here. And the capacity of this place is 2,000.
Whoa, all right.
So
these little events that you do are leading up to the big ones.
To the big ones, yes.
Yeah. So, but then you said there's a restaurant down there?
No, I own a restaurant.
And which one is that?
It's 718 Live. It's in Brooklyn. It's on Franklin and Fulton.
What kind of food?
We do basically a fusion of American and Caribbean foods.
All right, let me find out, Shah.
Yeah. Love food.
I'm finding out.
Definitely come down. We let her have you. And we do, and it's two parts of the restaurant. It's the restaurant and then there's the lounge upstairs. So we do a lot of events upstairs.
Oh, good. So everything's leading up to April the 20th.
Yes.
All roads lead to April 20th from 6 to 12. And that look is going to be like what? You walk into the place.
You walk into the place.
What do you see?
We have art all over. We have two of New York City's artists that came in and they did like urban art, but it takes you through a timeline of the culture. So they did art about fashion, art about music, art about food. So their art is kind of like directing you into the experience. And then once you're there, we have a vendors village, which is we have a bunch of businesses and vendors that come in and they open up their little booths and it's the fashion that you see people wearing. You know, the sweatshirts, the t-shirts, the caps. So you can purchase stuff there.
We're selling all of that stuff. Yeah.
And then at the same time in the back we have food, and then we have the stage. So it's performances going on. And then in between that, we're going to have a couple of awards being given out. It's a whole experience.
You got DJs on the ones and twos?
We have DJs on it's the inside and the outside. So we have DJs on the inside and on the outside.
Okay, good.
You know?
Seems like it's going to be up and popping. It's going to be on and popping.
Yes, it will. You definitely don't want to miss this one.
All right.
You know?
So April the 20th, is there a website where we can go and see some of the stuff?
Yes.
What is the first one? So
right.
You're going to have the address and things of that nature.
Right, but we do have a website because you have to buy your tickets. It's advanced tickets. We're not selling tickets at the door. We want everybody to have their tickets before that. Okay. So the website is culturefestnyc.com. And we have an IG page and a Facebook page, which is also culturefestnyc.com. Yeah. And you can get tickets from there. Just go to the page and the link is in the bio.
Yeah. So how did you meet our wonderful people at Hot 97?
Through Joe Jackson, who was extremely helpful in helping me that. I mean, this was basically our biggest event. And it was the people at Audio Mac, the people at Joe Jackson, the people
I just saw Joe Jackson with the kickoff of Summer Jams at Hot 97.
Yes, because they gave him
last week,
So they was instrumental. Without them, it wouldn't have been possible because they kind of opened the doors for us.
Yeah, Joe's been down as a promoter for a long time.
Yes, he has.
Doing some good things. Go ahead, Joe. We applaud you, Joe. Joe Jackson in the house.
That's right.
All right, so it's all going down. And you gave us your website. Give it to me one more time.
It's culturefestnyc.com.
Mm-hmm. And then you got the Twitter and Instagram, culturefestnyc.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Shabaka. Shakur.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
We can call you Shah?
Yes.
They call you Shah in the neighborhood.
Yes, that's what they call me.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. We'll take a quick break right here, but we'll be right back. My man Bobby C has the latest in sports and more. You don't want to miss this. Here we go.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Like a scene from Frankenstein, he's alive. Gary Sanchez summoned his inner Kraken Sunday in Baltimore. Sanchez set personal best with 3 homers and 6 RBIs as the Yankees went deep 7 times overall to beat up on the Orioles 15-3 and complete their first series sweep of the season. At 5-4, they raised their record over 500 for the first time since opening day, with an American League leading 6 homers contributing greatly to his .813 slugging percentage. Sanchez looks more like his 2017 self. Clint Frazier tacked on 2 more dingers in the victory. He also went deep Saturday, too, as the Bronx Bombers are starting to look like the Bronx Bombers. Interesting note, New York had not hit 7 homers on the road since May 30th, 1961 at Boston, when Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, and Moose Skowron each hit 2, and Yogi Berra had 1. Yanks won the World Series, by the way, that year. Of the 103 pitches that Mets starter Zach Wheeler threw against the Nationals at Citi Field Sunday afternoon, only 51 of them were strikes. He walked the first batter he faced on 4 pitches and left the game with 2 outs in the 5th inning, having walked in a run and left the bases loaded. In all, he walked 7 and was charged with just as many earned runs in a 12-9 loss. A day earlier, the Amazons did have a nice victory in Queens, though. Rookie Pete Alonso and veteran Robinson Cano spearheaded the charge. Cano homered to tie the score in the 8th inning as the Mets rallied for a 6-5 win over the Nationals. Alonso also went deep in the comeback. Mets are off today. Yanks are in Houston. And in hoops, the Brooklyn Nets are in the playoffs for the first time since 2015. Brooklyn is in. With an 108-96 win over the Indiana Pacers Sunday, the Nets finally clinched their playoff spot. With 1 game to play, Brooklyn will either have the 6th or 7th spot in the Eastern Conference, facing either the Philadelphia 76ers or Toronto Raptors in the first round. The Knicks have already clinched the NBA's worst record, but are looking to finish the season strong. The Orange and Blue defeated the Washington Wizards 113-110 yesterday. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. Baylor gave up a double-digit lead in the final minutes to win the NCAA women's title against defending champs Notre Dame by a single point Sunday night in Tampa, Florida. With the 82-81 victory, the Lady Bears clinched their 3rd NCAA women's basketball championship, joining UConn and Tennessee as the only Division I programs with 3 or more titles. The last time Baylor clinched the title was in 2012 against the Fighting Irish. On the men's side, the national championship is tonight. Number 1 Virginia against number 3 Texas Tech in Minneapolis, 9:20 p.m. tip-off. More on that in the C list. Duke sensation Zion Williamson added another honor to his freshman season when he was named the Naismith Men's Player of the Year on Sunday. Williamson is the 8th player from Duke and 3rd freshman, along with Kentucky's Anthony Davis and Texas's Kevin Durant, to receive the award. In racing, it was the Busch Brothers show Sunday at Bristol Motor Speedway as younger brother Kyle won the Food City 500 while older sibling Kurt finished second. It was Kyle Busch's 8th career Cup win at the short track, depriving Kurt of his 7th win there. The younger Busch also recorded a series-leading 3rd win in the first 8 races of 2019, as well as capturing the 54th win of his Cup career, tying him for 10th on the NASCAR all-time wins list with Hall of Famer Lee Petty. The NHL postseason is set. The Islanders are the only New York team to make it this year with a series against the Pittsburgh Penguins starting on Wednesday. The Rangers and Devils both have top 6 lottery picks. And WrestleMania 35 was fun, wasn't it? WrestleMania represents the culmination of the WWE year as 75,000 plus people packed MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Sunday night for what has come to be known as the Showcase of the Immortals. Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair took part in the first women's match to main event a WrestleMania show. WrestleMania 35 offered 15 matches, including headlining bouts such as Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE title, and Triple H taking on Batista. In the end, the man, Becky Lynch, stole the show well past midnight, taking the main event. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for my championship game pick tonight. Well, now, if you watch the show in my segment, I had Duke winning it all this year. I also thought North Carolina would be in the combo for the Final Four, too. Well, had I filled out a bracket, sounds like very much it would have been busted by this point. Now, ironically, I saw plenty of Ty Jerome in high school at Iona Prep as the voice of the team. I rooted for Ty last year when Virginia was in New York for earlier round action of March Madness, but defensive-minded Virginia just hasn't been able to get over the hump the past few seasons. Well, that was until this year. The team is in the championship game, and with Jerome a big part of that, I'll be rooting hard for them to win it all tonight, even if I didn't pick them at the start of March Madness. They seem to have luck on their side, too, as the ending of their matchup with Auburn was as controversial as they come. Kyle Guy heard the referee's whistle right away when he buried his face in his jersey after getting fouled in the process of shooting a three-pointer on Virginia's final possession of Saturday's national semifinal win. The junior sharpshooter wasn't expressing relief. Guy had a mere moment to lock in with his team's fate resting on his shoulders. He hit all 3 free throws, and Virginia held on 63-62. My guess is we'll see a smiling Kyle in similar fashion to the Heroes walk-off he had against Auburn. Guy's up-and-down tournament and shooting struggles might have caused him to fade into the background moments over the past few weeks. But when Virginia's season came down to the junior needing to hit 3 free throws, no one on that team doubted the ability of the person taking those shots. The type of pressure he faced at the free throw line on Saturday is something so few will ever be able to understand. And whatever demons he needed to exercise during this tournament never caused his confidence to take a hit. For a team that has been among the top stories of the tournament and its thunderous charge back after being on the wrong side of history last March, I won't be counting out Virginia anymore. Virginia 70, Texas Tech 64. That's my pick. That's your sports. Enjoy the game. I'm Bobby C. More Open back after this.
guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke fast.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with dachshund breeding.
No.
Let me try. Sarah's bright, but when she's reading, she has trouble sounding out words.
Playing world music.
What?
I give up.
Wait, I was trying to show you how Sarah feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Welcome back, welcome back. Our next guest is a singer and actress known for many, or too many, for having a powerful vocal punch. Bam! A knockout, she puts it together. She has a combination going on too. Joining me, you can help join me in welcoming my girl Nikki Owens to the stage. Nikki Owens is in the house!
Hey!
Yes, indeed. You can hit us off?
Yeah.
All right, the mic is yours.
How you doing, everybody? All right. Well, I'm going to do giving you. Are we ready? Here we go. Ooh, oh yeah, baby. Woo, hey. Oh, baby, yeah. I don't want nobody but you, boy. Ooh, yeah. Here I am, I now understand that I don't need to look any further because everything I've been searching for was always before my eyes. I do realize, looking at the time, I have wasted so much of it, but I'm ready to commit to you, change my life and make you the only one. Hey, cause the truth is that you're supposed to be my best friend. Giving you the quality time you want from me. Hey, that's not how your woman should treat you. I do love you, and you're gonna see that change in me, cause I'll be, hey, yeah, oh baby, I don't want nobody but you, boy. Whoa, whoa, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Take me to the brink. You, yeah, ride or die. Yeah, you, yeah. Ah, baby, you, yeah. Baby, you're all I need. Boy, I'm asking you to stay with me, yeah. Stay. I need you to stay with me. Stay with me, baby. I need you to stay with me. Stay with me, baby. Stay with me, baby. Yeah. baby, baby. Hey, I want no one but you.
Yeah, give a big round of applause, everybody. Nikki Owens, I was your background dancer over there.
I seen you over there.
I just said, you working the cameras
Listen,
over
I got
here.
good peripheral
You do? So you're an actress?
Yes, yes.
And a singer.
Yes.
What are you working on right now?
Currently wrapping up my album. I'm working on a few projects. I'm currently in Rhonda Mitchell season 2.
Oh, look at you. All right.
Airing soon. Last year, I had the honor of being nominated for the Urban Web Series Awards.
All right, high five.
Hey! For Best Actress in the series.
Look at that.
So,
all right.
Shout out to everybody at Love Inside Prevails. The character I played was Farrah, and she's definitely a fireball.
Look at that. Well, wait a minute. Now, you have some family members that have been traveling around with people who sing.
Yes, yes.
Tell us with your uncle traveled with the Commodores?
Yes. My uncle had a band called The Landlord and the Tenants. And they toured with Miles Davis, the Commodores. My grandmother, she sung with Dorothy Norwood.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
And then you grew up in the same building with Swiss Beats, I hear.
Yes, we actually grew up together. We went to school and everything. Shout out to Swiss Beats.
Yeah. Swiss Beats, give her a call. She's dynamic, powerful. You know, you can tell.
How you doing?
Oh, you're going on the Wendy show.
Speak that into existence.
There you go. Wendy Williams, grab her,
Yes,
put her on there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So where do we go from here?
So more acting. I'm set to do an independent film soon. More singing. I have a show on Friday, so make sure you guys definitely follow me on IG at Nikki O Music to find out more details. So yeah.
Where's the show gonna be?
It's in Brooklyn. I can't remember the address.
That's right, Brooklyn. So now we can go to the website and check it out.
Yes, you can definitely go to my IG or all my my social media to find out where I'm gonna be at on Friday. And we're gonna turn up.
You're gonna turn it out.
We're gonna turn it out.
You gotta turn it up. It's gonna be on and popping.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be all that.
I'm
Because
excited.
you've got skills.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Powerful voice. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
We were back there. Of course, I was dancing. I had the two-step at first, but then I had to do the running man.
I see.
My style.
I seen it. You gotta teach me
makes
your
everybody,
style.
Well, it makes everybody laugh. I don't know if you want to do it my way. But
The
we have
new
fun
running
doing
man,
it.
that's what's
Yeah,
up.
the new one.
Yes.
Part 3.
Part 3. Yes, sir.
So where can we find you?
You can find me on IG. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me Twitter, Reverb Nation. I'm everywhere. YouTube, everything at Nikki O Music. Please make sure you follow me. I'll follow back.
All right.
Good things are happening. So thank you guys for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
So, man, your songs are powerful. Who do you look up to right now? Who, because we have to follow somebody. You know what? I want to be like.
Yes.
I hear a little Mary in there, man.
Yeah, oh my goodness. I love Mary J. Blige. I love Faith Evans, Kelly Price, Whitney Houston, Diana Ross. Like, the divas, I grew up, listening to them.
I met those divas,
oh my
too.
God, I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Nothing less than amazing. They are.
Yes.
So they are definitely my inspirations, along with artists like Fantasia. The new artist, Her, she's awesome. So
Plus we play her on WBLS.
yes,
You heard her first on our
she's
show.
amazing. Shout out to Conrad Robinson, who actually is my vocal coach, who tours with her. So
Big up to you. She's got it going on.
Thank you.
She's got some vocal range there. I can hear it. I can tell.
Thank you.
Conrad, keep doing your thing.
Yes.
So what's next? You're gonna be performing in Brooklyn, and then
April
what's
20th, I have another show performing. I believe that's in Brooklyn as well. And just look out definitely for the web series. You can definitely go to YouTube and find the Lips web series, seasons 1 and 2. I'm also in Black Panties season 2. Stay tuned because my episode hasn't played yet.
Oh, wait a minute. All right.
So yeah.
So wait a minute. I should start looking, right?
Yes.
You know when it's gonna come up?
Lips is already out. So
Sometimes we do the acting part, but we don't know when it's gonna come out. It's coming.
Well, Lips is already out, season 1 and 2. Black Panties is also already out, seasons 1 and 2. My episode has not played in season 2 yet, so just definitely check out the story. It's a beautiful story. I play the mom of a mentally ill young lady. Also, Rhonda Mitchell, I did a little cameo. I had some friends of mine, the executive producer, who asked me to join them this season, so it was really fun filming that. I'm also working on another web series called Manhunt. So definitely.
So wait a minute, we're doing some serious acting and singing here.
Yes, yes.
Which one do you want to pop off bigger?
Honestly,
Either way, either route?
It really doesn't matter. I mean, I've been doing both pretty much my whole life. But I do enjoy acting a little bit.
It's fun, right? Yeah. I was talking to LL Cool J about that.
Yeah.
He said, man, this thing is fun.
It is.
I never thought it would be so easy.
It is.
I mean, there's some parts in there and some things you got to do, but yeah, you can make it easy with a lot of work.
Definitely. If you're passionate about it, you love what you do, I mean, it's going to show.
Yeah.
And I just happen to love what I do. My mom had me and my sister doing it since we were kids. So why not do what God gave you to do?
That's right.
So.
That's right. God gave you 2 feet. Put
Yep.
one foot in front of the other and step to what you need.
That's
Quick
right.
shout out to some people.
Yes, I want to shout out my management, Katie K. Shout out to Bia Lee's, Ivy Productions. Shout out to Exile. The next song that I'm going to perform is called What If, which was my single that was released last year. So shout out to Exile. He couldn't be here with me today, but I'm just going to do just a little bit for you guys. Make sure you go to iTunes and download that. Go to my SoundCloud and listen to my very first single called Get With You, which came out in 2012. Shout out to everybody at Sephora for playing my song nationwide. Thank you to my mom, my children, my family. Just thank you guys for always supporting me, always loving me. Shout out to the Nikki Owens fans. Thank you guys for everything that you've done for me and just supporting me, encouraging me. I love you. I love you, love you, love me some you.
Oh, there you go. All right. So that's about all right now. Nikki Owens, right? Give her a big round of applause. Nikki Owens, you going to roll us?
Hey.
Roll us. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. You going to do one more song?
Yes.
All right. We'd like to thank our guests and you for tuning in and checking it all out. You can catch an all-new cable cast. You can catch this one right here tonight at 5 and 10 p.m., or you can watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org. That's right. But my man Darren Jaime, he's on with a new one on Wednesday, so make sure you check him out. Brand new episode. For all of us here at Bronxnet, have a great and enjoyable day. And always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. Nikki Owens, take us home. I'll step like this. I'll be dancing over here, right?
All right.
Ready?
Oh, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for having me, Dr. Bob Lee. Bronxnet, What If? I've been knowing you for quite some time now, but I could never ever bring myself to say how I really dig you. Yeah, I got this crush on you, and yes, I think it's much more than physical. You see, you got so many great qualities. You make me laugh, hella smart and super talented. Make me wonder what it should be a woman. Yeah, I know it's kinda hard coming from your friend. I often fantasize about us making love, how we would feel just laying there in your arms. Are you loyal? Can I trust you with my heart? I'm saying all of this looking in the mirror at myself, thinking, will I get the courage to look him in his eyes and tell him what I'm feeling? But I can't handle rejection, so I'll keep on wondering what if.
Took the time to explore and stay. What if we discovered we were meant to?
Oh, would you?
And let me show you what my love can bring.
You let me show you what my love can bring.
Oh, I've been
wondering and thinking about what you would do. Hey,
if I gave my heart to you.
What if I gave you my heart? And what if I don't let you down? What if I told you I need you? Could you see me holding you down? And what if I'm scared to move on? And what if I can't be the one? And what if I just put the faith in you? I want to give you all of my love. Yeah.
What if we discovered we were meant to?
Oh, would you?
And let me show you what my love can bring.
You let me show you what my love can bring.
I've been
Wondering and thinking about what you would do if I gave my heart
to
yeah. Ooh, you let me show you what my love brings. Oh, baby, yeah. If I gave my heart to you, yeah.